turning it on.
Start working things with
Testing.
Yeah, it's strictly for YouTube.
I will knock it off.
Happy about it. I was working with a different company, but I was lifting heavy windows. So the most I'm lifting is boxes of fruit and vegetables. I can get it. Oh, sure. Yeah, it's really nice. Even in Mexico, so if I want to retire, I go everywhere. Guadalajara, Mexico. They just opened one in Lane. Yeah, the weather. Well, it's cool. 6 days a week. 54. Huh. That's the good one. 4:30 in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the morning. Friday to Wednesday. Could you imagine? I am okay to get
Make it perfect.
absolutely. Sort of in a situation
So if it continues to be like nice like this, we're still gonna do it?
yeah.
Yes. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste. It's a beautiful day. Thank you all for being here. We're going for dinner after, so please, everyone, let's find our seat. And it is Friday. It may have been a long week for you. Yeah. So we're here now. Let's take full advantage of the energy around us. So feeling the wind, feeling the earth, watching the water, the trees, and just realizing how lucky we are to be in this moment. Let's take our hands to heart, closing the eyes, soften the breath. Take a slow breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Out of the mouth. Take your left hand onto your belly, your right hand onto your chest. Try to soften your shoulders, soften your elbows. Feel grounded into your seat, but feel light at the same time as you reach out of the crown. Notice where your rib cage is and see if you can soften the muscles around the ribs, the muscles in between the ribs. Feel that you can breathe right underneath your left palm. Exhaling, feel the belly soften towards your spine. So the palm goes down. And as we inhale again, breathe into the palm. Exhale and draw the belly in. Continue this belly breathing. Inhale, feel your belly expand. Exhale, let the belly draw in. Inhale, feel the belly expand. Exhale, draw it in. Now let's begin our yogic breathing. We inhale to the left palm, then bring it up to the right, and feel your whole rib cage open. Exhaling and feel the rib cage just start to fall as it softens, and then again the left palm draws in. Inhale into the belly, expand up into the rib cage. Notice if you're clenching the jaw, see if you can relax. Exhale and the breath goes down, ribs to belly. Continue your breathing here. When you exhale, feel that you are creating a connection to the earth. And as you're inhaling, visualize you're drawing the energy of the earth up towards your crown. And your exhale is creating that connection deeper and stronger to the earth energy. Visualize that earth energy as it rises from the center of the earth all the way through your channel, center line to your crown. Again, creating that anchor. Visualize that down to the center of the earth and gently smile. Let's open the eyes and inhale to reach the arms up. Around the back as we fold, exhale. Inhale to bring it up and arch the back. Lift the chin. Exhale and round. Again, inhale, bring it up. Open the throat, open the chest. Exhale and round. Inhale to a neutral spine, arms to sky. Take your right hand down beside you, left arm over, side bend. Inhale, come back up to center. And we're just going side to side. Start going with the rate of your breath. We want to create more space around the muscles of the rib cage. And taking advantage of that space, allowing you to take more breath into the lungs. We're creating that solid foundation to the earth. As we lean side to side, we maintain the pelvis down and steady. Let's do one more over to the left. No rush. Coming back to center. Hands go forward and down. Let's make our way to table. When we get to table, find your hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers, knees directly underneath the hips. Let's lift the chin, lift the tailbone, inhale. Round the back, exhale. Point your tailbone right in between your knees. Inhale to come up, pull your shoulder blades back, lift the chin, exhale and round. Draw it in from your core, squeeze your abdominal wall. Continue to move with your breath. Visualize the movement is going deep in between the joints of your spine, the muscles throughout the back. Two more. This last one here. Coming to a neutral spine and move to downward dog. Start to pedal the feet. Notice how this feels into the ankles and the toes. Holding to neutral and step your feet as wide as your mat. Walk your hands just a few inches closer so you can get grounded into your heels. Take your right hand under your left arm. Try to reach your left ankle with your right hand. So right hand, left ankle as we twist. Breathe into the right side. Keep pushing your armpit back. And release. Right hand next to left. We're moving slow as we ground that right hand and left arm reaches under the right for that right ankle. Keep pushing the armpit back and breathe into the left shoulder blade. Coming back to center, left hand next to right. Keep your toes where they are, just turn them out and walk your hands back, coming down to a squat. Just take your time as we lift and lower here. Inhale to lift. and exhale to lower. So we want to get into the joints of the hips, ankles, and knees. And notice the foundation that you create in your feet. Spread your toes and try to equalize the effort from the heels to the toes. Last one here. Turn the toes forward and walk the hands forward. Downward dog. Finding your neutral downward dog. And now find that yogic breath as you're here. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into the rib cage. Feel that exhalation from the rib cage down to the belly. Lift your heels. Inhale. Walk your feet to your hands and fold. Exhale. Inhale to come up halfway and lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to heart, come to stand. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the right foot goes back. Take the right knee down and untuck the right toes. Start to lengthen up through the spine, hands to that left knee, chest square to the front of your mat, and start taking the right arm up. We want to access more of the right hip flexor, so try to draw your hip forward. Notice if you're tightening up the hip and see if you can breathe into the front of the right thigh. Check with the left foot and try to soften the toes. Relax through that right shoulder. Relax through the forehead. Maybe even smile at the sky. Exhale, take your hands down. Keep them down, and we're straightening through the left leg. So it doesn't have to go completely straight, but when you do take it there, try to get your toes to point up when we're accessing the calf, the bottom of the foot. If you need to, you can walk your hands closer to you. Draw the left hip back, the right hip forward here. See if you can spread your toes. Keep breathing. Next breath in, the foot goes down, the knee bends, right toes tuck. Lift the right knee and step the left foot back. Holding your plank, let's just take the knees down. Gaze to the front of your mat and widen your shoulder blades. Big breath in here. We're lowering down on the exhale, so lean your chest forward as you go down, so you land right in between the thumbs. Coming up into your cobra or your high cobra. Exhale, down dog, but activate your abdominals. You can come to table first if you need, but squeeze your abdominals as you go up. Reassess your downward dog here. Reassess your breath. Remember our yogic breathing from belly to chest, and chest to belly. Lift the heels, inhale. Walk your feet to your hands and fold, exhale. Inhale to come up halfway and lengthen. Hands come to heart, exhale to stand. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Left foot goes back, left knee goes down. Find your stability through that right foot. Hands come to the knee, lengthen up. Left arm up and back. As you create your position, try to create more ease. Check in and notice if there's areas that you can release. That front left thigh, shoulder, jaw. Big breath in. Hands down with the exhale. And we take the hips back, straightening through the right knee, right toes towards the sky. Drawing left hip forward, right hip back. Think about pushing from the arch of your foot. but at the same time bringing the hip back. Spread through the right toes. We can access more of the calf and the knee. Take a big breath in. Plant the foot with the exhale. Bend the knee. Left toes tuck. Step it back. Plank. On or off your knees. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Find your cobra. Inhaling. Down dog. Exhale. If you need your child's pose or your table first, go ahead. Find your breath deeper. Bring that intention again to that connection of the earth energy. Being completely present with every breath that comes in. Being aware of your thoughts as you move. Staying within this earth energy. Lift the heels, inhale. Walk your feet to your hands and fold, exhale. Check your feet, get them to point forward if you can. Inhale to come up halfway. Hands come to heart. Exhale, bend the knees. Pull your shoulder blades back. Think about putting a little more weight into your heels and get the knees so they're right in line with the toes. Tailbone only slightly turns down so you don't have too much of a back bend. And feel that your back is really strong here. See if you can lift your toes and move them. Inhale, come up to stand. Reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Stepping the right foot back. This time we'll keep the knee up off the mat. Taking the hands up to that left knee. Finding your foundation through your feet. Arms up when you're ready. Get really strong into that back leg so you have same effort happening on both sides. Move to warrior two. Exhale as you go. Try to square the pelvis to the ground and try to get your chin so that it is parallel to the ground. Gaze is over the front middle finger and sit a little lower. Big breath in and spread the toes here. Exhale, hands down to the front of the mat. Turn your right toes forward. Step your left foot back. Inhale. On or off your knees, lower. Exhale. Cobra or your up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Get strong into your core as you push it back. Reassess your downward dog. Reassess your breath. Reassess your intention. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, feet to hands. Folding in. Toes point forward. Inhale, coming up halfway. Long spine. Hands come to heart and exhale, knees bend forward. Come into your chair. Sit your bum back, lift your chest up. Try to get your spine straight as if you were standing straight. That's the way your alignment would be in your spine here. Deep breath in. Stay here as we exhale. Lift your toes. Inhale, stand. Arms up. Exhale, fold. Left foot goes back. And find your feet before you even come up. Get your alignment. And when you're ready, hands can come to the right knee. And then up when you're ready. And then find the power in your warrior pose. Self-confidence, inner strength, inner willpower. Moving into your warrior two. Getting rid of any kind of emotion or thoughts that you don't need. Sit a little lower. You are strong in your strength of power, will, and confidence. Big breath in. Spread your toes. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat. Right foot goes back. Inhale. Lower with the exhale. Make your back bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, take it back. As you come into your downward dog, it's a powerful pose. Feel the strength that you are cultivating from your hands reaching up through your arms to your shoulders, down your spine, making that connection with the thighs, the feet, and we have that same effort on both sides. And notice where your feet are, so you can get your heels so they're right behind your second toe. And without moving the feet, feel like you want to try to drag them apart. Get the legs stronger. Find your breath, belly to chest, chest to belly. Inhale up onto the toes. Feet to hands. Exhale, step it forward. Toes point forward. Inhale, coming up halfway. Strong and straight spine. Hands come to heart. Exhale, bend the knees forward. Bring your shoulders back. Find your chair. Again, notice what's going on with your rib cage. Strong abdominal wall here. Lift through your toes. Inhale to stand. Arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot goes back. Exhale, hands to that left thigh. Get strong. Arms up. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, right hand down. Left arm reaches up. Bring it back. As you're bringing it back, keep bending that left knee forward. Keep spreading the toes so that you're not gripping with your ankles or toes. Next exhale, left hand to the left thigh, elbow to the thigh, and right arm up and over. Now as we're here, you can stay here or take the left hand down a little more. Keep reaching through that right arm. Keep spreading the toes and grounding equally to the feet. Big breath in. Hand down as we exhale. Turn the right toes forward. Left foot goes back. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower, slow. Back bend as we lift the chest, inhaling. Strong abdominal wall as you exhale, coming up and reset. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, get your feet to your hands and hold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Start here with your strong spine. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend your knees forward. Bring your chest back. Find your chair. As you're here, you're putting lots of effort and strength into the heels as you lift your toes. So let's start to drop the toes and lift the heels. Now as we do this, we're trying to keep the knees in line with the toes. The tailbone is still pointing down on a diagonal. The abdominal wall is strong. Really important here, the more you spread your toes, the more balance, the more foundation you'll be able to create. Take a big breath in. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, come up to stand. Arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Hands down. Right foot goes back. Pivot and plant the right foot. Take the right foot, toes point forward. Step the right foot forward. Inhale the left foot back. Ground into the front foot, strong through that back leg. Inhale to press in. Exhale to warrior two. And when you get to your warrior two, reset, grounding into the feet. Lengthen up through your crown, both sides of the neck long and equal. Don't collapse into your left knee. Use your inner thighs. Feel as if you're trying to pull your feet together. Yes, feel that engagement there. Left hand down, right arm up, reach back. Keep the engagement of the inner thighs strong. Big breath in. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Left arm over. And you choose if you want to take it to a modification. Push into the outer edge of the left foot. Don't let the ankle tilt forward and up. Yeah. Spread your toes, big breath in. Good job. Left hand comes down. Exhale, left toes go forward. Inhale, right foot goes back. Hold here in our plank. Crown of the head is reaching. Shoulder blades pull back. Visualize your collarbones being in line with the front of your mat. Try to get your pelvis at the height of your shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades back a little bit more. Big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Find your back bend. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Find your alignment here. Inhale, coming up onto the toes. Walk your feet to the center of the mat and fold forwards. Inhale, coming up to stand, reaching the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Get grounded into your feet. Spread the toes of the left foot. Start to lift the right heel. Notice right away if you started to tilt, so think about lifting up from the foot, from the heel. Now from here, right knee comes up. Starts taking the right knee over to the left, and the right toes will tap down just to the outside of the left foot. Notice what's going on with the pelvis. Keep it square. Start to bend the left knee forward. Take your hands to your heart. You can keep your right toes down and use that to help balance you. Or you can pick the knee up and squeeze the inner thighs together. More. Let's chin up, parallel with the ground. Gaze forward. If you need to look at the ground for balance, try to keep your gaze still forward so that you're not compressing your throat. Now let's smile. Inhale. Exhale to release. Hands come down. Find your balance. Hands to the hips. Spread the toes of the right foot. Left toes lift. And again, get grounded into the pelvis. Take your left knee up. Cross it over and then drag the toes so they end up right outside of the right foot. Start to bend the right knee, and you don't have to lift the toes. Start testing what's going on. You can use that left foot for balance, or if you need more, you bring the inner thighs to squeeze. Try to get that left knee directly over the right, and then spread your toes. Yes. It makes it so much easier for your foot to hold it if it's able to use the muscles. If you're squeezing the foot, the muscles aren't able to move as you need them to hold you. Big breath in. Good job. Exhale, coming up. Hands down. Find your breath. Take your hands to heart center. Spread the toes of the left foot. Bring a soft bend into the left knee and take your right toes back. So same thing here. We don't want to tilt over to the side. So keep active through the left foot, but not gripping. And we want to try to keep that right leg straight and strong as if we're standing on it. Then start to hinge at the left hip. And notice as you're going down, we don't want to let the chest roll forward. So still keeping that activation of your back, but not so much that you're hunching or arching. Visualize your tailbone and point it to your right heel. Take a big breath in. Exhale, coming up. Right foot next to left. And again, just finding your alignment. Hands to hips. Spread the toes of the right foot. Slide the left foot back. Active through the core as you take your hands to heart. Already get strong into that left leg. Start your foundation. Open the toe. And then when you're ready, come down. But again, try not to start tucking the chin. Think about lengthening still out from the crown. The tailbone is now pointing to that inside left ankle. Shoulder blades pull back. Strong through both legs. Noticing the breath is easily moving. No tension on the face. Big breath in. Spread your toes. Exhale, coming up. Good job. Come down to your, or stand to your Tadasana without trying to fidget. If you need to shake it out, do so, but come back to your breath, full and controlled. Thanking your body for being so strong and resilient for you. Opening the eyes, take the hands to the hips. Spread the toes of the left foot. Right toes bend, knee points forward, turn it out to the side. So from here, we're trying to take our heel onto the ankle or the calf, or if you want, you can pick it up to the inner thigh. So wherever you feel is good for your tree pose. Notice we don't want to dip, so activate that left glute. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. And if you want more intensity, arms come up. And feel the power of the earth energy in your tree pose. It's reaching from the center of the earth all the way through your physical body into your subconscious body. Big breath in, feel that energy. Exhale, hands to heart, forward, foot down. Find your balance here. Hands to the hips. Spread the toes of the right foot. Soft bend in the knee. Left heel lifts. Turn it out and then drag it. You can keep the toes down or drag the heel up, going as high as comfortable to you. Check in. We want the tailbone pointing straight down, right to the inside of the right ankle. Hands to heart, and use that as a tool to kind of get you back to center, pressing the palms together. Keep softening the bottom of your right foot. Spread the toes. And inhale, reach the arms up. And then check in with what you're choosing to look at. We don't want the head to come down. We don't want to train the body to be in a down position. So think about that energy coming up from the crown of your head. Your whole body is vibrant and strong. Find your breath, easily moving. Good job. Exhale, knee forward, hands down, foot down. Find your Tadasana, hands come by your side, find your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward, step your feet back, downward dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky, right knee to the wrist, moving to pigeon. As you come into your posture, notice the further you go down, the more intensity you'll create on the right hip. If you stay up, you'll create intensity on the left hip. So there's lots of different modifications you can choose. Do something that feels good. Give yourself the time here to really feel yourself on the earth. Every time you exhale, you're allowing yourself to go a little bit softer. Next breath in, start to come up onto the hands, moving into downward dog. If you chose to do figure 4, you can stay seated with the legs forward. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to wrist, moving to pigeon, or if you're seated, moving into your figure 4, and choosing how far you go down. So whatever feels good to you. Next breath in, let's start to walk the hands back. Let's all lean left and take the legs forward. Straightening through the legs. Right foot comes into the straight left leg and fold. As you're here, try to relax through your low back, directing your breath down the length of your left knee, breathing wide into the rib cage. Inhale to come up. Right leg goes forward. Left foot comes in. Square the chest over the right thigh and fold. Try to stay intentional with every breath and every thought. And when you notice the mind wandering off, come back to that visualization of creating the earth energy within you, grounding, comforting, strong. Inhale to come up. Take the left leg straight forward, lean to the left, bend the right knee, taking the top of the foot to the mat. So we want the toes pointing directly back. If you want, you can lean left and hold your foot, or you can sit down and square yourself to make it more intense. You can also lean back. So the intention is to get into the right front ankle and shin. And then if you go further back, then you'll access more of the knee and the hip flexor, but only go as far as needed. And if you want to use your block underneath your left hip, that will give a little more ease if you need. So as you're here, whenever you choose, give yourself the time to soften into it. So once you've created the shape, start to deepen your breath. And feel that your breath can easily move through that right leg. If you've leaned back, let's start to come up. Lean to the left, take your right forward, lean to the right, bend the left knee. Top of the foot to the mat. And again, if it's too much here, if your ankles are pretty tight today, you can lean to the right. Just make sure that your toes are still pointing back. And then you choose if you want to make it more intense by leaning back. And it doesn't help if you're holding the posture or forcing it, I should say. So I want you to be able to take the posture and find ease in it. And notice what kind of expression you might hold when you're doing the pose, and try not to make it so that the face creates tension, because then it will just create more tension throughout the body. So we are gently smiling and allow the breath to move through that smile and into the body. And let's start to come up, lean to the right, left, heel forward, and fold over the legs. Think about taking your belly button towards your knees. And this way you can visualize that you're lengthening through the low back. Continue that lengthening up to the crown. Find your back ribs and breathe into the back ribs, opening up. Not punching through the shoulders. Think about drawing them down your back. Taking that breath in to the back of the lungs. Inhale to bring the head up. Bend the knees and take the hips a little bit more forward. Get grounded into your hips. Lean back and bring your heels off the mat. So notice here you're already engaging your abdominal wall. If it's too much, you can bring your heels down, but still feel that engagement. Or keep them up and then reassess your posture. And then lift the left heel and then notice the effort required. Take that down. Right heel. Take that down. And then choose if you want to do both or one at a time. You can take your hands by your sides or behind you if you need. And keep thinking about drawing the sides of your abdominal wall in towards your navel. Keep crown reaching away from tailbone. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come down beside you, feet come down in front. Bring your hips forward and come on to the back. Get yourself so that you're square pelvis to the mat, to the front of the mat. Taking your right hand out beside you, left hand behind the head. Inhale here. Exhale the left elbow and the right knee towards your midline. Inhale, open it up so the heel forward, the elbow left. Exhale and take it in, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Two more. Right foot comes down, head comes down, left arm to the left, right hand behind the head. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Go slow and controlled. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Keep going. And as you're moving, make the back and the front of your core equally strong. Last two. Last one. Take your foot down. Bring your hands by your side. Take your heels so that they're in line with your hips, toes pointing forward. Take your hands by your side. Palms press down. Take them out a little bit so that you can really push into your palms, push into your shoulder blades. Spread your toes and start to lift your pelvis. Think about pointing your tailbone right towards your knees so that you're elongating your low back. If you need to adjust the distance or placement of your feet, go ahead. And then notice again here if you can push down a little more into your shoulder blades and keep reaching through the crown of your head. Push down through the arms, push down through the fingertips, and keep lifting tailbone away from you. Take a big breath into the front ribs. Check your knees, keep them in line with your hips. Exhale and lower down slow. Hold here for a breath in. Exhale, we're coming back up. If you want, stay with your hands there or interlace your hands underneath you, rolling your shoulders under. This will give you a little more height into the chest, a little more expansion into the rib cage. So take advantage of that if you chose to be in this position. And breathe into the sternum, all the way up into the collarbones. And again, point your tailbone away from you, not to the ground. Check with your feet, equalize effort, heels to toes. Take a big breath in. Under the arms if you have them underneath you, and exhale to roll the spine down. Take your left leg long on your mat. Bring your right knee into the chest. Hands to the shin. Start drawing the thigh close to you. Taking the heel up as we reach the hands to the bottom of the foot. Happy baby on the left. If this is too much, you can bend the left knee and plant the left foot. That'll free up the hamstring a little bit. If you choose, you can also stay in your hand to shin position instead of hand to feet or foot. And let's release that. Right foot goes down. Drag the left knee to the chest, the right heel away from you, and hands hold that left shin. Draw it in. No tension on the back of the neck, no tension on the jaw. Stay here or reach for the bottom of the foot as it goes up towards the sky. Happy baby on the left. Choose your modification. You can bend that right knee, plant the foot if you need. Continue to breathe your yogic breath. Notice if you're resisting or clenching. Let your exhale carry it away. Inhale to release that. Take both knees to the chest, hands to the shins, and rock side to side. Hold it to neutral. Take your left foot down. Bring your right foot across, so knees, right knee across left, and let the knees fall to the left. Breathe into your right side. Coming back up to center. Right foot comes down. Left knee crosses the right. And leaves to the right. Finding your twist. If it feels good, you can have your right hand on the left inner knee. Direct your breath into the left lung, the left rib cage. Inhale to come back up to center. Taking your hands to your shins one more time. Take your forehead up to the knees. Squeeze it in. Releasing the head down, take the arms and legs up to the sky. Spread the fingers and toes. Circle the wrists and ankles really slowly and clockwise. Really, really slow. Even slower. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Check with the back of the neck and notice if there's any tension there. Try to lengthen it so that you're not compressing your neck or your throat. And let's go opposite direction, counterclockwise, and really slow. Exaggerate when you point the toes and squeeze the toes. Try to get even length into your calf. 2 more. Hold to neutral. Again, bring knees to chest, forehead to knees. Round your back, lift your tailbone so that you're really squeezing in small. And release. Head comes down. Drag your heels to the front corners of your mat. Finding your Shavasana. Checking in with the body on the left and the right sides and see if you can balance the effort as you just let go. And notice here if there's any tension in the jaw, the forehead. Let that release. Allowing yourself to be held here. The earth holding you. Give yourself the permission to let go. That's the nature of the mind, that you are the master of the mind. When you notice your thoughts wandering off, bring them back. What are you feeling in your body? And continue to let go. We are always emitting a vibration, and sometimes we don't realize what kind of vibration we're putting out. So begin to create that vibration that you want to carry, and as you put that vibration out, more of it will come to you. Trust in that process. So you can repeat words of whatever you feel you could use. Repeat that in your mind. Conscious absorb that. And when you feel ready, start to make your way up to your seated position. No rush. And bringing your hands to your heart. Closing the eyes. Knowing that you are clearer and stronger now. Let's take a deep breath in, out of the mouth. Smile, deep breath in, out of the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your positive vibration. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Namaste to your neighbor. Thank you, guys.
So are we coming next week, or do you know?
We'll check the weather.
We'll check the weather.
And then I think if it's 68 or more, we'll come.
Okay.
60 is my limit.
We're all doing dinner right there, or
We